Yo, listen, Nick, can we talk about our good friend Tariq Nasheed?
Yeah, how you feel about him?
Wait, so first off, did you guys have a debate at some point or a conversation on air?
No,
Okay,
we've never talked.
Wait, so I think he said during like my interview, and he was spanking one of like your friends or somebody associated with you, and then like they got to trolling. Yeah, so like, what's your like your opinion on our good friend Tariq Nasheed?
Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan. I
Why?
just think that I mean, to me, he comes across as sort of disingenuous. Like as an example, he said that I was begging to do a debate with him on your show. I've never talked to Tariq. My people have never talked to Tariq, like my team. I mean, he's debated people I know, but so I mean, he just straight up lied. He's like, "Oh yeah, that white supremacist. He's been begging to debate me." It's like that's not even true. That's just a bald-faced lie. And he also said that that I'm like a troll and like I conceal my real views and I'm just not a serious guy. It's like that's not true either. And I feel like he makes a lot of these broad assertions like that, just sort of flippantly. So I think he's a little bit disingenuous, but he's funny.
You do give me like super villain vibes right now.
Why do I give you super villain vibes?
I don't know, man. There's something about you, Nick.
You could see him having a Joker arc.
It's the background.
I like the Joker, yeah.
It's the background.
Right? It's kind of like the background, man. Yo, so here.
Oh, we lost Sneeko.
Yeah,
that's okay.
He told you.
Yeah, he left.
Oh, he said he was leaving.
Yeah,
oh, my bad. I got distracted by TikTok.
Nah, yo, Nick. So like, what's your take on, I guess, black folks receiving reparations?
I'm against it.
Why?
Because I think that I'll grant that the Institute. First of all, I'll say, in case you guys don't like, if this needs to be said, I'm against slavery. Okay, I'm against the chattel slavery of black people. Obviously, it goes without saying. But just in case, because you guys are, at least Adam's saying I'm a Nazi or white supremacist, I'm against that.
Well, AD probably feels reassured to know that.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I just want to let you know explicitly. I think that there's a lot of historic injustices and wrongdoings, and you could say that slavery was bigger, like more particular, but it's just like, who's going to pay for it? Are you going to track down the slave owners' descendants and take the money from them and give it to the descendants of the slaves? And how do you calculate that? It's horrible. It's a horrible wrongdoing, which, is obviously set blacks back. It's a big disadvantage that they were enslaved, of course. But where does that start and where does that end? I mean, do you go to Africa and do you hold the people that sold them into slavery accountable? I just feel like it's just impractical.
Here, so like, is your argument it's impractical? I don't understand how it's gonna work, or are you against it if they could figure it out?
I'm also against it in principle because the people that they would be robbing, the people they'd be stealing from to pay for that, at some point it involves the government is going to take money from some people and give it to other people. And that's like the sins of the father type stuff. It's like we're going to take your money because of what your ancestors did, and we're going to give it to somebody else because of what their ancestors suffered. So in principle, I'm opposed to it for that as well.
Yeah, I'm not an FBA, so I'm not getting any, coins. Like, do you want to respond back or no?
Wait, so you think AD would be a recipient and you wouldn't be?
Yeah, right.
I definitely would be a recipient.
Yeah, I wouldn't since I'm not.
I mean, our people was brought to this country, you know what I'm saying, like forcefully at the end of the day. So, I mean, I do feel, like you said, there's a lot of injustice in the world. There's a lot of situations that we could bring up. But, yeah, like, we've been pushed back, like you said. We're still like trying to recover. We're still getting our, we still ain't got our just due when it comes down to that. And I do feel like my people should get our reparations.
And that's probably the thing that people really want to know about how Nick really thinks is when you say, "Oh, black people are always fighting on airplanes or whatever." Do you think that black people are fighting on airplanes because of systematic racism that set them back in terms of poverty and everything? Or do you think that that's the truth because there's something in the soul of a black person that just makes them violent, which I think a lot of people would find that to be the offensive explanation?
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. We're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.